I literally thought it was a typo. Hey guys, welcome to Wonder Woman Wednesday. I'm Jared, and today I am going to be discussing, as I hyped up, some recommended readings. In other words, some comic books that you guys can pick up that are good, that are new reader friendly. And these are some of the selections that I think are great if you want to get into Wonder Woman or like understand her character. So let's get started. Number one is Wonder Woman Historia, because what that does is it gives you a good foundation of who the Amazons are. And if you understand who the Amazons are, then you can, like, for the most part, understand the basis from which Diana was raised. Because what Historia does is it goes into the background of the Amazons themselves, how they're formed, how the tribes, stuff with Hippolyta. So it really gives you a good foundation. Then what you do is you go to Gods and Mortals by George Perez, and that somewhat revisits it. That's the post-crisis origin for Wonder Woman, where they did the whole Clay origin, and then she was like infused with the powers from the gods and such. So that revisits some of the origins for the Amazons, but what that does, it gives you a good, like, I guess, primer into Wonder Woman's world. Plus, I always think the Perez run is one of the most perfect Wonder Woman runs ever, of the ones that we have, of the well-known runs. Second, and next one is Hiketeia. Now, what you get with Hiketeia, so Hiketeia is the story of a woman that's fleeing, that essentially kills people in self-defense, but Batman didn't see the self-defense part, so he thinks she's a murderer. So he pursues her out of Gotham all the way to where Diana is, and I think it's Boston. And the woman comes to the Themysciran embassy and does the vow of Hiketeia. What the vow of Hiketeia is, it's a vow where I go to you, I supplicant myself to you, I don't know the proper term, and and it's a vow where you say, please, I come for you, do the whole Hiketeia vow. And then if the person accepts it, they must feed you, clothe you, they must give you room and board, and they must protect you. Because if you die on their watch, oh my gosh, are you like in trouble? So there is that, and you get a little Wonder Woman versus Batman. Yet another reason why Wonder Bat doesn't work. Haha, sorry, not sorry. So then we get, I would have to go with the next one, Eye of the Gorgon. Eye of the Gorgon involves shows a lot of the warrior side of Diana. And I think it's important to show some of the warrior side because she is half and half. It's not a contradiction like Tom King thinks it is. What it is you can be, it's the concept, the quote that I think properly like summarizes this aspect of Wonder Woman, the balance, is to have peace, prepare for war. She's a warrior, so she's prepared for the possibility of war, but she will do everything she can to avoid conflict. She's just ready if conflict breaks out. So then we get Paradise Lost. This gets a little bit more into the Amazons. It also shows how Diana herself relates to the Amazons, and what it really does there is you see like a little bit of also Donna Troy in the Amazons. And then if you go to like Paradise Found, then you find you see a lot of her, like you see her conflict with Superman, which was discussed in the DC documentary, which, by the way, fan-freaking-tastic moment. And then the sixth book that I think is actually pretty important, and what I would say would be a good like modern like understanding of Wonder Woman, Superman Wonder Woman by Charles Sewell. Here's why. I know it's a Superman book as well, but what that does, it gives a good primer into how Wonder Woman relates to the world. Because in that book, the premise is Superman and Wonder Woman are a couple. Superman has a secret identity, Wonder Woman does not. And Superman likes to keep things relatively close to the chest, Diana doesn't. So Diana deals with that, like, how do I be with someone that is like keeps a significant part of himself like away and hidden. So there is that, and it's actually some really good drama in that. Then you also get into the idea of, can Wonder Woman be happy? Can she be with someone and still be a superhero? Yeah, she can. It also shows particularly in the later volumes, this concept, and Britt and I have talked about this many times on the Super Wonder Show. It's the idea that, like, with Wonder Woman, the mission always comes first. That's why, like, in Tom King's Wonder Woman, when Steve is talking about them chasing terrorists and stopping to make out, that makes no logical sense. But then again, this is a guy that has admitted to not wanting to write Wonder Woman and who clearly has never read Wonder Woman. So are we really surprised? So I think that's a good place to leave it. So those are like my 6 books I would hand you if I were to give you a stack of trades and says read these and you'll have a pretty good foundation of who Wonder Woman is. It's all those, and you can find them in trades, in trade paperback, in trade paperback, single issues, probably even omnibuy if because Greg Rucka, who wrote a lot of this, is getting an omnibus. George Perez, at least volume 1 has an omnibus. I think they're coming out with volume 2. And Historia is any trade you can get. Now with Historia, I know Historia is Black Label, but even though it's like Elseworlds, it's close enough that, you know what, it works. I mean, I take this as Black Label being its canon, unless it's like it's general enough that we can say it's canon. So I'll go with that. But anyway, so drop below your recommended books if you guys have any recommended readings that I missed or any books that you think any first-time Wonder Woman reader should read. And, okay, like whatever you like. Personally, I don't recommend Tom King's Wonder Woman because that is not who the character is. You could say it's like a good story. It's not. But you could say, oh, I really enjoyed the story. It's fine. Shouldn't be a Wonder Woman story. That's my point. At no point does Diana feel like Diana in that. But anyway, stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. Steve Trevor, Steve Never. She belongs to General Zod. He belongs 6 feet underground. Zois the Max about for life. See you later. Bye-bye.